Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to give you an update on what's been going on. Okay, so last week I've been working on the Coinbase bot. The markets in crypto have been fairly flat for quite the while. This is going to be my first post on all my social media and see how this post does. Anyways, let's talk about Coinbase. So, Monday night I'll be doing yet again another webinar on Coinbase, my experience with it, some of the advantages it brings. There's lots of disadvantages with it, but depending upon your trading goals, where you're at, risk profile, age, all that stuff, it might be a good thing, especially if you're older. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so with Coinbase, first of all, the I've been testing it since the 3rd of March, and the markets are really subdued. There is virtually very little momentum in the market. It may push it up and then drop it back. So there's a lot of back and forth. I mean, it is trending up, namely in Bitcoin, but there are some coins that are outperforming, both Ethereum and Bitcoin. If you look at the charts, I've posted them on my YouTube channel, quite a few actually that are doing quite well. And there's just periods of where they do really well, like Compound earlier this week. So you do have those opportunities, just finding them and catching the timing properly. So what I've done is like I said, I've got a reactivated, redesign from that Coinbase bot. So I've done some digging with Coinbase. Coinbase has some advantages, namely of all the exchanges I've seen anywhere, including Binance, Kraken. They insure your account. So if you have a holding in either a fiat currency like US dollar or a crypto itself, they'll insure your account. So if something happens to it where it gets hacked, they insure it. Now, will it work? I don't know. But if they're marketing that, that's what we got to work with. So that is the big advantage with Coinbase. So my question is, would you be comfortable exclusively trading in crypto with Coinbase because of that? Because ETFs are coming out now. They're getting slaughtered. I just read that MicroStrategy's just got slaughtered 17% in their performance lately. Last Monday, I talked about, well, what happens if I wanted to just exclusively trade crypto on interactive brokers with things like MicroStrategy, Gemini, and whatever else is out there in terms of these derivative products of the real McCoy of crypto, namely Bitcoin. So there's just and you get charged fees for that. So they offer real no advantage over the real McCoy, especially when you have exchanges like Coinbase now coming into play. They're doing IPOs, so they're being valued at some crazy number of 45 billion, and they're making money hand over fist, 300 million apparently last year. So there's a lot of credibility to that story. I'm not a huge fan of Coinbase, to be honest. Their customer service blows, but I'll give them. They have a 1-800 number. Coinbase, Kraken doesn't. Obviously, Binance doesn't either. So there is that quote unquote advantage. The customer support on Coinbase is horrible. I'm still waiting on my ticket to be responded. Took 5 days with Kraken. And that was verified and actual money in that account. 5 day support is really atrocious. I do think that Binance seems to be the fastest. They're not the best support either, but that's what we got to work with. So Coinbase, from that point of view, will be questioned. When you look at Robinhood, another atrocious company that's doing another IPO themselves, that's again the landscape we live with. So going back to Coinbase, my experience is what I've talked about already, but the insured part, it's really appealing to know that, and it's really appealing as a person that wants to help other people make money. So based upon my testing for the last 3-4 days, a big disadvantage with Coinbase is the coin selection. It sucks. You're missing out on, I just checked the volumes of some of the surprisingly high performing coins like Cardano, Polkadot. They're just really moving on up there, and Cardano's number 3 more than Tether right now. If you go to CoinMarketCap, it was shocking to see that. But guess what? Coinbase does not offer Cardano. So you miss out on those kind of coins and that kind of performance. There are coins on Coinbase that do perform, but there's really good ones that they don't have listed, and maybe at some point they will. They don't have XRP. I mean, I know Kraken doesn't allow Americans to trade XRP, but anyone else outside the U.S. can trade XRP, because I think XRP has, of all the coins that I've tried, the blockchain is just awesome. I mean, let's face it, the blockchain to do a transfer in 10 minutes for like not even peanuts, crumbs of peanuts in fees. So I don't know if you heard, but Ripple's bringing out a private blockchain for banks to do transferring. So that's good news. And of course, the banks will, do what they do best, marking up all kinds of services that you really don't need, but marketing it as you can't live without them, without those services, but you can do it without them. And that's the whole point of crypto. And it's the same with these stupid crypto ETFs. I think they're good for lazy people that quote unquote don't understand crypto. But the thing is with ETFs that come with, again, fees. So there is that. All right, so let's talk about the performance. So for the last 3 days of performance, it's okay. And that's because there's no momentum in the market. So last year, only maybe out of 12 months last year in 2020, Bitcoin may have been talked about remotely, maybe 3 months out of 12 months. Why? Those 9 months where Bitcoin was not performing, it was flat. We're in those days again for the last week or so. So Bitcoin is kind of bouncing around, not really moving, and it's becoming an alternative hedge because it's digital gold. That's fine and good, but it still has the volatility that comes with some other issues. So my thinking is this: your performance is not going to be awesome as what most people would expect when it comes to crypto or Bitcoin. It just, let's be real. But it still will be probably the best asset to invest into. It may not be Coinbase. It might not be crypto, or sorry, Bitcoin. It will be crypto. So let me talk about this. So when you look at Peter Schiff, I like Peter Schiff. I like what he puts out in terms of information, but his spiel about, because he's a gold merchant. He's a gold bug. Gold's not performing. Gold's going nowhere. It's really trash. But yet he'll sit there and do 20-minute rants about how Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme and it's useless. Tell that to Elon Musk. Tell that to potentially Apple, who will put $5 billion into Bitcoin as well. So if that's the case, and you have these large corporations, or PayPal, Bank of New York Mellon, Paul Tudor, all these well-off early crypto bugs, I guess you call them, are seeing the future of crypto. And crypto's the future of money. There's no doubt about it. When you get China moving into digital one, that will have a huge impact as well. And eventually, a lot of the central banks will have their own their own digital currencies. But that's going to be probably at least 3 to 5 years away. So between now and then, you have lots of opportunity to take advantage of what's happening today. So with crypto being the number one asset, and you can look at the charts, blows away all of the other traditional legacy asset classes. If it's the markets, and you're supposed to be all happy to get 16% annual return in your S&P, whereas you could probably get, I'm targeting based upon my experience here with the tracking of the performance. There's some advantages now with Coinbase. First, 3-4 days of analysis, it looks like you can achieve potentially 1% on a conservative okay day. Okay, not high momentum, 1% there. If it's really bad, I've been tracking, you could probably make 0.5%. So if you're okay with making, let's say 0.5%, 1%, 0.75% a day, because crypto never shuts down 24 hours. It's a huge advantage of it. And if you're okay with that, you might want to listen to what I'm thinking. So if you're able to hold in crypto and in, well, it's really US dollar. So you set up your Coinbase account, which nobody touches, nobody owns, okay? And then from there, you hold US dollar fiat currency in the Coinbase account. As I said, Coinbase will insure it if it gets lost. So you're alleviated from that in terms of call it regulatory risk. If Coinbase is promising that they're going to insure that account, you've done away with that. On top of that, if you hold your account in US dollar, you can then put what you have in that account and put it at risk to deploy into the crypto exchange or crypto market called Coinbase Pro. And that's where I come in with the signaling. So if I'm able to give somebody with a US dollar account in Coinbase 0.5%, 0.75%, 1% a day, I think they'll be very happy with that because nobody can deliver that. But from what I'm seeing, as time moves on, and there's been some very down periods with Coinbase, or sorry, the crypto. But if I'm still able on a bad day get you 0.5%, I'm never going to be able to guarantee it. But if it can be done, I'm sure you'd be interested because the bank's not even going to give you 1% for a year. So if that was offered, you got an insured account, you own it, you can get out of it whenever you want as long as Coinbase allows. And as I said, it's going to be a $45 billion list stock IPO'd companies really soon. And there's going to be more coming, especially Kraken as well. They're doing an IPO later in the year as well. So if you know that these kind of companies are on the market, are on the stock exchange, and they do any kind of monkey business, they're going to lose their share price. And that's a big concern for that company. So I would hope that they step up because they're putting their necks out a lot. So if you have insured account holding in US dollar, and you can hold it in crypto if you want to, but for stability reasons, to remove as much volatility out, you want to keep it in US dollar and in fiat, and it's highly liquid. And if you can get even 0.5% to 1% a day, even on a Saturday and Sunday, you might be interested in that. So that's what I'm looking at now to achieve. I've got 2 other bots that move when Bitcoin and Ethereum move. That's called the Kraken Bot. And then we also have, as I said earlier, about Binance. So you have, for Americans, 2 exchanges to play on, as well as everyone else on Binance. And Binance has some of the highest performing coins out there. As I said, there's Cardano, XRP is still on Binance as well, and it's trading, the last time I checked, up to 80 billion a day. So it's not like they're chump change compared to the 2 to 4 billion that you get with Coinbase and Kraken. That's the difference. So that's what I'm looking at, rolling out this stuff and being able to automate your trades on your behalf and go in and be able to do all those trades with your crypto exchanges with the virtual server that we got, as well as the trading scripts that I'm going to be hopefully deploying. So that's what I'm looking at doing now, and eventually get into the good old options and future space as well with Deribit later on in the year. So we got everything covered, and even if crypto goes crazy down, you can still do the shorting. I know lots of people that are doing mad money with that. So there's lots of opportunity there. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Let me know what you think and what you think about the Coinbase. And we'll talk to you soon. Let me know wherever you find this. If it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, Rumble, and all that fun stuff. So we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day. Later.